Do I feel good today? What is up, DTL Universe? This is your daily sports and sports betting brand of record. We are live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, on demand on the weekends. As you know, we are knee-deep, neck-deep in our 24 days to the NFL. Today, it will be the Giants and the Commanders as we round out the first division, the NFC East. Now, how did we do yesterday? Well, kind of a ho-hum day. Way too many X's, 2 and 3, not bad, but the Guardians, they had the lead twice last night, and they couldn't get it done in extra innings, so that would have flipped it, but that's all right. You know, we always have today because we're here 7 days a week. A little housekeeping. I do want to say thank you because it is so cool when we do BTT, the last word after Monday Night Raw. Last night, our live audience, the biggest we've ever had, and a lot of you take the time to stay up for that. So I love seeing a lot of the same names in the chat. So let's keep that going for both brands. Thank you very much. Now, as we continue to roll, it is August 6th, 2024, and we have right in our front view is the NFL and football, and I can't do it without my five-tool player. I can't do it without my main man. I can't do it without my partner in crime and that big old fat smile that I love so very much. AB, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Man, it's going to be a good day. That's all I'm going to say. It's just going to be a great day.
Your lips to God's ears, my good friend. For the people at home that don't know what we're talking about, we're working for you behind the scenes. I'm telling you, we're getting very close to some big things going on. One person, AB, that would love to be here right now to see how we are growing and how we are doing is our main man, Howie Schwab. What are the crew play of the day selections today?
You know what? I'd love to hear Big Howie Schwab cursing early in the morning, get us all started right. All right, so one game, 4 options. Team USA men's basketball going up against Brazil in the first of the knockout round. So you go in Brazil plus 26, Team USA minus 26, over 184 or under 184. Polls in the chat. Vote now. We'll update as we always do at the end of the show.
You're damn right. Shout out to Omar, Capper, Tony, Jared, already in the crew, dogs, all you guys. I can feel the energy. I can feel the energy as we're getting into August and we're getting ready for football. We still have the FedEx Cup playoffs, though. Later today, DTL Golf Live at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Me and the crew counting down the last event on the PGA Tour regular season, AB. And that is this week, the Wyndham Championship. And I'll be on the call next week for the FedEx St. Jude, which is where, AB? What city is the St. Jude in? Do we know?
Lovely Memphis, Tennessee.
You're damn right, which is in the Midwest. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
if we see
talking about.
If we see DG walk behind like the hole, like where you're at, where you're calling, I'm gonna laugh.
He is going. I did get him tickets. Nice. He is going.
Hey, you said this week it's the final one. It's the Barry Wyndham Championship, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna have a bull rope match on the first tee, courtesy of Barry Wyndham. By the way, last night DG showed up in the chat on the last word, and per his brand, he had to leave early to put his girls to bed. And he had to let everybody know that the girls had to go to bed, so he had to leave the chat. Classic DG. It
is. Well,
couldn't have the wife put him to bed.
Well, I was going to say this. Look, I went to bed very early yesterday as well. I actually had a little bit of a CAT scan done on a previous injury. We're all good. Everything's fine.
Okay, good. Don't get me
everything's fine. But I was going to say, like, I fell him on that. Like, I slept like a child. It was kind of nice.
Very good. You slept like a child. He is a child. Brian says DG always catching strays. And that's kind of his brand. That's kind of what he does. All right. I've got the best crew in the business, and they are standing by, and they are chomping at the bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for the picks. Oh, look who we have today. Oh, my goodness. Where do I start? Well, I start with the only man that had a perfect record on Monday, and it's always nice when we start the weekend off like that. The man from the dirty. Charles, good morning. You have the 15 seconds.
Morning, Coach. Crew. Exciting week ahead as well. I know everyone's excited about football, but in my world, we're rolling out Champions League qualifiers, Europa League qualifiers, Europa Conference, League Cup, international friendlies, and all these other small European countries. So big week ahead. I'm excited as well. So ready to get it started.
I got a call yesterday from this new little company. It's actually a big company that we're going to be rolling out DTL, the podcast, on August 20th. And they said, Coach, do you have anybody that could do a separate soccer podcast for us as well within that universe? I said, as a matter of fact, we do. Can't wait for that this fall. What do we call it? DTL, the soccer podcast? We get very creative with that. I see that smile.
Behind the net.
Yeah. Hey, why do you do that? That's amazing. That's exactly what we call it. DTL, behind the net. Behind the net. Now, AB, rare is the time that we get to call out this next man on a mistake. But that's exactly what we're doing today. And I like it because he owns it, and we are transparent, and we admit to it. But my numbers guy, Rafael Esparza, at least you didn't give out a pick that was already done, just one that wasn't yesterday. Good morning.
Good morning. I take 110% responsibility for that mistake. Even though I didn't refresh my computer, I think that's why the dates were all jacked up. But I have a big comeback. I did some big research on the Chicago White Sox that I'll display later on to conquer or to equalize my mistake that I did on yesterday. So I'm giving it forward that way.
Very interesting. Quite the tease for you, Rafael. Quite the tease. Now, this man, he's got the best beard in the game. You can call him Soupy. Soup, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, crew. Yeah, here's my scouting report on the White Sox. They stink. They are absolutely terrible. It's amazing to me. Like, seriously, 21 games tied for the American League record by the 88 Orioles. So they're about to make history tonight.
They are. They're going down again. I don't even mind laying like 3 bills with a couple double nickels, Rafael, against the White Sox. It's got to end at some point. I just don't think it's going to be tonight. All right, gentlemen, good morning. Let's get it started because today, as Charles said, there is Champions League qualifying, and we're back to the first legs. I hate second legs. I love first legs, though, and they're throughout the day. So, Charles, start us off with your first, please.
The third round of the Champions League qualifiers, they kick off today, and we're going right back to a RB Salzburg match where their home games averaged 3.9 total goals over the last 25, and Twente come in with their road games averaged 2.8 total goals over that same run of play. Both teams like to play on the front foot, and they're going to want all 3 points. I see at least 3 goals in this one, so we're going to grab the over 2.75 full-time goals. But I think we can at least see 4 in this one. But this is Champions League qualifiers. It's going to be RB Salzburg in Twente.
Very, very interesting. Normally I buy it down to 2.5, but the 2.5 was minus 158. And I was like, you know what? Charles knows what he's doing. We're going to get at least 4. We're going to get the full bet paid. So I left mine at 2.75 at 5 a.m. this morning when I get my butt out of bed for this show. Now, Rafael, question in the chat from Andrew. So if you thought yesterday was today, Rafael, then did you get the anniversary wrong as well?
No. I'm not.
We're all good.
I'm not that dumb, but dinner was good. And I had a Japanese Manhattan last night. I saw it on the menu, never saw it. It was a Japanese whiskey with plum syrup. It was one of the greatest drinks I've ever had. So hats off to Coquette and that Japanese Manhattan on the rocks.
Japanese. Have you ever had that, AB?
I've never even heard of that. What does it taste like?
Oh,
yeah, what does it taste like?
It didn't taste like a Manhattan. I can't describe the taste. The plum sauce came out really, really right at front, but it was phenomenal.
Nice.
Wow. I've heard of a Japanese Brooklyn, but never a Japanese Manhattan. All right, we've got Olympics today, and I got to be honest with you, Rafael. I'm way more into the Olympics than I thought I would be, and all of the sports are really delivering. But now it's time to get into the serious, the semifinals, the finals, the medal rounds of all these different sports. So where are you headed today, sir?
I agree. The Olympics have been fantastic. This morning, I watched an 11-year-old girl doing skateboard, the youngest Olympian from China doing skateboard. 11 years old. She fell, but that's another story. I'm going to start with the play that I did yesterday that I can't believe that I jacked up to date on that one. But I'm still going Brazil team under 78.5. Even though this total has dropped, now it's 184. Even after the team USA team said they're going to focus on defense tonight, I think it's more better to get this number because I think it's going to drop to 183. So I'm going to take the Brazil team under 78.5. And then in soccer, we have the ladies in soccer today. Rematch because USA beat Germany already in this tournament 4-1. I think it's going to see a lot of corners. Germany just had 13 corners in their last game against Canada. They're averaging 6 corners per game. USA averaging 6.5 corners per game. I think we're going to see a lot of corners in this match. I'll lay the minus 130 and Germany, USA over 8.5. I like USA to win again. They beat them twice.
I do too. We'll get back to that baseball in a second. By the way, noon Eastern is when that Germany-United States game kicks off on, I believe it's going to be on Peacock. A lot of things are on Peacock. All right. He still has one more. We'll get back to him in a second. Soupy, let me come over to you, big boy. Because I know when you're not here, you're in the chat. You got a little FOMO. I get it. But last night, the Astros and the Rangers, I had a feeling you might come back with this today because I played them privately, and it was frustrating as hell. The Astros had it bases loaded, 1 out in the 10th, up 3-2. Just get me to 4. And then Texas could have tied it at 4. Then we're all good. I would love that to happen tonight. And our Baltimore Orioles, explain yourself, sir.
Yeah, it could very well happen tonight because in the previous series in Globe Life, they averaged 10 runs per game in the 4-game series. And tonight they got the Astros have Framber Valdez, 12.60 ERA in Globe Life. Tyler Mahle, 3.303 average against the Astros. I think we're going to see a much higher scoring game tonight. And let's go to my favorite division, the only division that matters in baseball, the American League East. It's going to be a tight race all year. The Yankees and the Orioles, they're very close right now. Orioles leading the league since July 27th, 66 hits. Tonight they're going against Chris Bassett, who has a 7.01 ERA in his last 5 starts. Seabass, what are you doing? Get out of the kitchen, start pitching. And he allowed 5 earned runs in his last start, which was against the Orioles. I think that's going to happen tonight. Orioles, another big offensive game.
Yeah, they're both 67 and 46. And the Yankees welcome our Angels. They're my transplanted home team. So it's Angels and the Yankees. So the Orioles should be able to or try to keep pace because I think the Yankees will sweep there as well. Thank you very much. And by the way, Tony says the Astros had bases loaded 3 different innings. I know. And they couldn't get any of those runs past. That's okay. We don't live in the past.
Yeah.
Brett says Charles is the GOAT. We agree with that too. All right. Speaking of Charles, coming right back over to you. I love when AB gets.
Dude, all right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I
don't know if Soupy meant to do this or not. I think he did, but telling Seabass to get out of the kitchen and start pitching.
You have to be a fan of the show to know why that's so funny. If you're new to this is your first day, part of our crew is named Chris Bassett, and we call him Seabass, and he's a 5-star chef. So that was a very, very funny joke. Well done, Soupy. A little surprising, but well done, Soupy. Everybody's catching strays today.
You're welcome.
I'm
watching AB laugh. That's what's making me laugh.
It's the best thing, right?
It was so good. It was so good.
All right, Charles. We got plenty of Champions League qualifying today. You already gave us one that's going to cash early. There's another one that starts at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time, which is what?
The last matchup I circled are two teams that tend to score both on the road and away from home, with Midtjylland, who only failed to score in 8% of their 25 home matches, and Ferencváros, they only failed to score in 14 of their past 25 away fixtures as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the both teams to score. I see 1-1 at worst in this one, 2-1 either way, and this is the Champions League qualifier. This is going to be Midtjylland and Ferencváros.
And again, that's at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. Quick question from B Mills. Hey, Charles, how do you like the over in the Karabag match as well, which is the first one of the day at noon Eastern against Ludogorets?
I was looking at that one as well. I also like the both teams to score in that one a lot as well. I think at worst that one's another 1-1, but I could see 2-1 either way. But I really like the both teams to score a little bit more than the over in that one.
Okay. Very, very good. Put any questions into the chat. We will try to get to as many as we can in real time. So, AB, we are 15 minutes into the show, correct?
Correct, sir.
So it would make sense that one of our crew members would show up right now, correct?
Correct, sir.
So guess who just rolled into the chat?
Memphis man.
Memphis man, DG, right on time. You have any questions for our man DG? Put them into the chat. He will answer them for you in real time until he has to go get the kids up. And then he will be gone.
Not to interrupt you, but I would like to say that our man, Mark Timoney, actually beat him in here, and he's live watching from Australia. So there you go.
That makes DG look even worse. You can make it from Australia, and you can't make it from the Midwest and Memphis, Tennessee.
Midwest Australia.
Australia. Yeah, Sydney. All right, AB, everybody is gone, but I need 2 winners from you. Let's go.
I would also like it to be known that I am as well on that Quantico Lugs Boots soccer game. Yeah, I'm also on that one. Yeah, I saw some nice things out of there. All right, look, 2 in Major League Baseball, and we have no weather really to report on today. All right, it is just blood and guts. Let's go, baby. All we've got. So first off, the Chicago White Sox. They've lost 21 games in a row. It's tied for the American League record all time. Okay, 23 in a row is the Major League Baseball record. I don't want to see him do it. I'm all in on the White Sox. So that's why we're going to take the White Sox A's over 8.5 at plus 100. We should have had it yesterday. The White Sox they left runners on first inning, second inning, third inning. I mean, just kept doing it. All right. And it came to 5-1, I think was the final score of the A's. So you've got a horrific pitching match on both sides here. Ross Stripling for the A's. We have faded him. You thought we faded Patrick Corbin? No, even more on our man Stripling here. I think I could go 2 for 5 today on Ross. But no, we're going to take the over 8.5. Those Sox are going to score some runs. The A's are going to score some runs. Let's do it. Then we're going over to the Phillies and the Dodgers. We're going to play the over 8.5 in that one as well. Look, Clayton Kershaw on the mound for L.A. Philly's been on fire. All right. They've been absolutely crushing. Bryce Harper's back. He's starting to hit well. We've got Schwarber and the rest of the guys there. But the Dodgers can hit. Freddie Freeman's back, and thank the Lord that his son is okay. But I just don't feel Clayton Kershaw. I mean, I like him, but his numbers don't look good. I think he's going to get lit up again, man. So we're going to take the over 8.5, get it at plus 100, and just watch a fun game because, quite frankly, the Phillies and the Dodgers, they're pretty darn good.
AB, I'm a little bitter last night because, out here, I'm only an hour from LA. So, you'll have that late game and you just play it just to play it. And so I played the Phillies on the run line plus 1.5. Did you see how the game ended?
No. Oh, yeah. I did. Yes. Yeah.
Brutal.
I know.
4-3. I'm like, all I got to do is get to the bottom of the 8th, and I'm straight. And I'm watching on my phone because the idiots out here in LA, you don't get every Dodgers game. There's all kinds of contracts going on. So I'm watching on my phone, and all of a sudden, Shohei Ohtani, 409-yard home run, foot home run, excuse me. And it goes up 5-3, and they win by 2. Absolutely brutal. By the way, all kidding aside, in the chat, DG has a really cool contest going on to support teachers as they head back to school. A lot of teachers are going back this week. You see him right there. Go support Brian's wife, Amy, with the Teacher Appreciation Plays and help clear her Amazon wish list. I don't want to give out the wrong information. AB, do you know exactly what this is? Because I know a lot of you guys are doing it.
Yeah. So, all right. So every day, DG will select one teacher, okay? And then anybody who wants to participate will make picks for that day. And if you hit your pick, you go to said teacher's Amazon wish list and you buy something off of it. $20, $25, whatever, right? So over the weekend, we bought one teacher. We bought her a new vacuum. We got her new vacuum. We got another teacher. Yeah. Another teacher. I really like to play surprise. I like to play board games and stuff in school. So they had like this buzzer game. So we got that. Yeah, it's really cool. Check out DG's Twitter And it's a new teacher every day. It's a lot of fun at school.
Okay, at Daniel Greer. Go check it out because you guys know we support each other. That's how this works. It's all about community. It's all about you. It's all about us doing it together. DG says the post will be live by noon on his Twitter today. So, DG, thank you for spearheading that. As you guys know, DG's lovely wife is also a teacher and trying to get these young kids headed in the right direction. All right. Dave says, besides a pro musician and podcaster, I'm also a permanent full. Okay, cool. These days, you got to have 3 or 4 jobs. I mean, we know that. We all have like 8 jobs here. All right. But we have one job right now. We have one job, and that is to get you all ready for the NFL season.
Hey,
and
Coach, I still have one more baseball play.
See, that's what happens when you split, Raphael, because you're not Charles. You're not Charles.
Sorry, I didn't want to be Charles. I didn't want to say Splitter.
He's
my arch enemy. Splitter is my enemy. Why would I want to say Splitter?
You know what? You bring up a good point. My apologies. Please go, Raphael.
The only reason why I'm taking the A's minus 1.5 on the run line plus 110, because I did some math for a newsletter that approached me yesterday, and I did the math. For every loss of the White Sox, if you started betting against the White Sox in their 21-game losing streak and you bet $100 the first game and you rolled it over every game in this losing streak, last night your cash total is $439,900.
Smooth.
I can't read my own handwriting. So almost $500,000 that you would have won right now if you started with just $100 betting against the Chicago White Sox. So if you rolled it over today and you win, you're going to win almost $1 million if they lose today, starting off of $100. So I'm going to take it on the run line to A's because the White Sox have uncovered the run line 16 out of 21 in this losing streak. So I think the White Sox lose again. I think they win against the Chicago Cubs August 9th plus 750. And I put up odds today. Will they beat the Mets losing record? Yes, minus 140. No, even money.
Reed in the chat said it's plus 900 for them to win on Saturday. So it continues to go up as the days go along. AB, I'm really glad we got that last pick in from Raphael, aren't you? I mean, that was like top shelf kind of stuff right there. I mean, top shelf.
I was late doing the math. I was up really late. Here's my math totals. Look at a lot of numbers written down.
Coach, I've seen you, The Rock, and Stone Cold all together. None of you cut a promo like that was done right there.
I'm done. Deuces. Have a good evening, guys. Have a great day, guys.
All right.
Tough room.
It really is. But damn it, isn't it fun? All right. So that's 90 seconds of our lives we cannot get back. But as I was saying, we now are into day 2 of our 24 days to the NFL, and we are finishing out the NFC East. Yesterday, we did the Cowboys and the Eagles. Today, it is the Giants and the Commanders. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. Omar says tough room equals amazing show. You're damn right. So, we start with the New York Giants. That is the win total according to DraftKings. Last year, they finished 3rd in the NFC East with a record of 6-11. The biggest offseason storyline, no more Saquon Barkley. He's gone down the Jersey Turnpike to Philadelphia. So 6.5, and it is juiced to the under at minus 135. So AB, as always, we start with you. You like the over or the under for the Giants?
The New York Giants this year are teetering. Okay. Look, I'm going to take them on the under here. I'm worried about how dependent they were on Saquon Barkley last year, also coupled with an offensive line that they're rebuilding. I'm not down on Daniel Jones too terribly much. I like Malik Neighbors, but they've got a lot of things to fix. I'm going under on this one. I think the Giants, they can have a tough year.
All right, 1 under so far. Charles, coming over to you. We got the over or the under for the New York Football Giants?
I'm echoing that. I'm going right back Giants under as well. I really see them. Maybe they can get 3. I got Panthers, Commanders, Vikings because they play that AFC North, the NFC South, then they get the Eagles twice, the Cowboys twice, Texans, Seahawks, Colts. So plus they lost Saquon and Danny Dimes coming off of that injury as well. So yeah, I'm riding with that under 6.5 for the Giants as well.
Danny Dimes. Haven't heard that name in about 10 months. Raphael, talk to me.
I'm totally opposite than you guys because I like the over 6.5, laying the +3 nickels because I think this offensive line is going to be better. I think Daniel Jones is going to be better. And why are we talking about a running back being so? You can get a running back in the 4th round and do probably the same thing Barkley does. So I'm not shocked that why people are excited for this, but I just think that's over. And I would wait because some books have already dropped it in my backyard of Las Vegas. Some books have already dropped just to 6. So I would say wait if you like the over like myself. You can maybe get a better number. DraftKings right now has 6.5. That's why it's 3 nickels. The under is -135. I wouldn't lay that juice on the total season wins. Wait, see if it goes to 6. I like 6.5 plus the 3 nickels.
Certainly not worth the squeeze. Soupy, you're up.
So I actually do think the offensive line is going to be a little better. They got John Runyon from the Packers. They got Jermaine Illuminor from the Raiders. And you have Andrew Thomas guarding the blind side of Daniel Jones. So I think it's going to be a little better of an offensive line. I don't know if it's going to be that much better. And then I do like their pass rush. Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, and they traded for Brian Burns. I think this is going to be an incredible pass rush. And Devin Singletary isn't that bad of a replacement for Saquon. He's not Saquon, but he is great in the pass catching, and he's a great runner. So I think they're going to be better, but I can't find more than 6 wins. Again, playing the AFC North. I think the NFC South is a little better with Tampa Bay and Atlanta. But yeah, I couldn't find more than 6 wins. I have them at exactly 6-11 this year.
Very interesting. And now remember, they play 17 games, no longer 16. So that's really if they can't get to 6, come on, that's gonna be a long year in New York. AB, did you notice how Soupy was very calm talking about his squad? Because I assume it's his squad because every Yankees fan is a Giants fan. So I'm assuming that's true, right?
Not necessarily. If you live in Long Island, you're a Yankees fan. You're also you're probably a Jets fan.
What I need to know what the line is to be a Bills fan.
Where, I think it's Albany. You got to live above Albany.
Poughkeepsie. Yeah, maybe Poughkeepsie.
I think so. B. Mills says he's channeling his inner Z-Man. Giants, they suck. I hear it right now. Thank you, Z-Man. All the way from South Florida. Now, I make my guys give a prop on every single team. It could be anything except winning the division. We're going to do divisions later. So, AB, what's your prop for the Giants today?
Malik Neighbors to get 200-plus receiving yards in any game this season.
Wow.
Plus 650. Yep. Look, I'm not terribly down on Daniel Jones. I don't think he's great, but, I mean, he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. There's talent there. And Malik Neighbors from LSU is a dog. I am not kidding you about this. This dude is unbelievable, man. He's going to go off in a game this year, probably a couple of them. I'm going to take him to get at least 200 yards in one game this year. Big payout there. Yeah, you're going to like this kid. He's talented.
See, that's the kind of future I can sink my teeth into.
Yeah.
I don't like futures where I got to grind every single week and keep checking. That one, I really, really like. Charles, let me come over to you. What do you like there?
Yeah, I may have a grinder here because I'm going Daniel Jones over 8.5 interceptions. He had 6 before he got hurt last season as well. Plus, he lost Saquon in the backfield to pick up those blitzes as well. Then he has young receivers. So, I mean, I could definitely see him getting to 9, barring any injuries as well. So, I'm going to go ahead and back Daniel Jones over 8.5 interceptions.
Robbie says going to call it the no-fly Jones when he's on that segment.
Nice.
Well, that is nice, but I don't even know if the Giants have a primetime game this year. I don't know. They may have one. I didn't even look, AB.
They had 8 last year, and it was god-awful to watch every night.
Oh, brutal. Can you imagine if Daniel Jones gets to 8 interceptions? And I don't wish injuries on anybody. Yeah. But then, God forbid, he goes down at 8. Ugh.
Coach, real quick. Andrew White, our man in the chat, said, look, Zach Mettenberger was the starting QB in the NFL. So was Nathan Peterman, Daniel Jones. All right. 1, it's funny. Andrew, it's a good comment. Number 2, all right. So I worked for the Titans when Zach Mettenberger was the quarterback there, okay? The Met Show. That's what everybody called him, Met Show. All right. And the head coach was Ken Wisenhunt, okay? Mettenberger married Wisenhunt's daughter. All right. And then they started started Mettenberger's coaching career. Look it up. It's fascinating, man. But I had to comment. That's a funny one, man.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Nepotism at its best. How about I marry your daughter? I had the same scenario in the WWE. It was called Triple H.
Why was I just thinking of that, too? I was going to say.
Yeah. All right. Soupy, let me come to you now. What do you like today?
I'm going to tail on Malik Neighbors. Daniel Jones finally has a receiver. It's going to be Malik Neighbors. He is an incredible route runner, has a lot of speed. He is going to pepper him with targets. I got him at around 130 targets this year. It's because it's going to be Malik Neighbors and Devin Singletary catching balls, and I think that'll be it. So I'm taking Malik Neighbors over 71 catches. I think he easily can get to about 90, maybe 100. Look for him and Marvin Harrison Jr. to both have at least 100 catches. Two rookies that are going to catch a lot of passes because they are above the best receivers on their team.
AB, Soupy and Marvin Harrison Jr., they both have something in common. Neither one of them have signed their merch deals yet. It's weird how that works. Raphael, let me come over to you. What do you like with the Giants?
First of all, Neighbors over 130 catches. I think the Giants are going to be using their tight ends a lot, so I don't know about 130, but 71 I do like. Give me Danny Dimes over 2,800. Don't forget, 2 years ago, he threw for 200 passing yards. I think he has a much better season. Like you said, the offensive line is much improved. I think the tight ends are going to be really focused this year. And I know Barkley's not here because he's the greatest running back to ever live. It sounds like when everyone talks about him not being there. But Danny Dimes has a really good year. Again, over 6.5, over 2,800.5. I like the Giants this year. I think they're going to be a much improved team.
I feel like, Raphael, you woke up when you were doing all your preparation for these segments on the other side of the bed from everybody else. You've been opposite everybody so far through 3 teams. Opposite. That's okay.
Less money.
I'm literally the one rocking the team, and I think they're going to stink.
All right, so that's
heart.
the Giants.
I'm thinking wallet. Heart over wallet.
That's right. I like it. I like that. I need to do that more, a lot more. All right, so that's the Giants. 3 NFC East teams down, 1 to go. And I saw somebody in the chat said, take it easy on my Commanders. They've got a lot of moving parts, a lot of changes. But here is their number according to DraftKings, 6.5, the exact same as the Giants. The juice a little bit better at -130. They're coming off a 4-13 campaign. Good for dead last in the NFC East. They drafted the man on the screen right there, Jaden Daniels out of LSU. So, AB, I mean, the quarterbacks, you love LSU, but is that going to make you go to the over this time?
Jaden Daniels was a heck of a quarterback last year. He was arguably the best quarterback in the draft. Look, I'm going with the over, 100%. I'm feeling it on Washington. Not only, all right, do I like Jaden Daniels, even though he's a rookie, he's going to make mistakes. But understand, there's a brand new coaching staff in Washington as well, and brand new ownership and everything in Washington. And I like Dan Quinn coming from the Cowboys. They've got defensive players all over the board. If you played for Alabama or Georgia defensively, you play for the Washington Commanders because that entire defense is from the SEC. It's funny. They're going to be better than people give them credit for. In the division, look at it. All right. Yeah, you got the Cowboys, you got the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles kind of fell off last year. We'll see. But I'm not saying that the Commanders are going Super Bowl or bust, but they're going to be better than 6.5 wins.
All right. So that's 1 for the over, Charles. Where are you going?
Make that 2. I'm over 6.5 Commanders. Yeah, look at that division. They get the Giants twice. Plus, they always give the Eagles and the Cowboys fits, especially the Eagles. Then they play the Titans, Cardinals, Panthers, Bears. They can beat anyone in the NFC South as well. Plus, Dan Quinn knows this division, getting his second crack of being a head coach. So, yeah, sign me up. I think they can at least get to 7 wins. Commanders over 6.5.
And Dan Quinn came from where? That's right. The Dallas Cowboys, where he was I believe the highest paid assistant in the NFL, because that's something that Jerry Jones just likes to do. He did it with Jason Garrett, and he did it with Dan Quinn. Soupy, where are you headed?
I'm going with the under just because a rookie quarterback with a bad offensive line is a bad combination. They got Tyler Bradish from the Cowboys. He's a great center, so I like that. But his left tackle could be Cornelius Lucas, a long-time backup. Brandon Coleman, a rookie, or second-year Braden Daniels. I do not want those people guarding my blind side. And again, the secondary is a very young secondary. They got Mark Sarenstol, and they have Brandon St. Justy, a second-year player. So this was the worst secondary, allowed the most passing yards in the league last year. I don't think it's going to be that much better. The pass rush, still a great pass rush. I just don't think it's going to be enough because, again, they're facing a lot of teams that are great pass rushers. Some of the top QB pressure teams in the league last year. That is not going to be good. Jane Daniels is going to be running a lot this year.
The one thing I do not want is a perennial backup guarding my top pick that I want to have as my quarterback for the next 10 years. AB, go.
Well, I like that his name is Braden Daniels and he's guarding Jaden Daniels.
It's so random, but I like it. Jared says 7-10 is reasonable. Raphael, do you think so?
I do, but I'm just glad that Soupy's on the same boat with me, so I'm not going against everyone on this one. But I do like the under in the Commanders. But the reason why I do like the under at plus money, plus 110, because this is a great middle spot. You're coming off your bye week. You have 4 games off your bye week. So depending on what's your win record right there, great middle spot because I have the plus money at 6.5. I want to hedge off and try to make more money on his total season wins or see how the team is playing. So plus 110 on a 6.5. I do think we'll probably see maybe 6-7 wins in this one. Don't forget, they only won 4 games last year, and that offensive line is horrendous. So I just picked this one because it's a great middle spot with a late bye week with only 4 weeks left.
All right, so we've got 2 and 2. And as you know, if you're brand new to DTL, I do not allow my guys to talk to each other before the show, so it doesn't affect their picks. Now, the prop pick, that could have been anything on the board. And once again, AB, you're bringing a unique play, and I'm here for it. Talk to me.
Braden Daniels, Jaden Daniels is equaling Jaden Daniels throwing for 400-plus yards in any game this season. Yes, a rookie quarterback with a rough offensive line generally equates to pretty tough games. Peyton Manning, as a rookie, set the interception record. All right? Now, I'm not putting that on my man Jay Daniels. What I am putting on is that he is going to show out in at least one game or more. And he's got weapons out there. He's got pieces. I'll take a shot that he has a 400-plus passing yard game. All we need is 1 out of 17, Coach. We can do that, right?
Well, you got to believe that, week 10, week 11, when he's comfortable and they're playing a bad team and it's like that late 425 game and it's 37-30, that could happen. That could happen. We've seen it so many times. At plus 400, I'll take that. All right, Soupy, big boy, coming over to you. What prop are you going with the Commanders?
When you have a run-first quarterback like Jaden Daniels is, he rushed for 1,000 yards last year at LSU. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket with this bad offensive line, and he's not going to think pass first. He's going to think, let me run, try to get some positive yardage. That's going to happen a lot this year. We're going to see occasional checkdowns to Austin Eckler. We're going to see passes to Zach Ertz. That's why I'm down on Terry McLaurin and John Dodson. But he is going to run a lot this year, enough to get well over 550 rushing yards. I think he even does that by November. That's how confident I am in this pick.
Wow, Raphael Soupy is throwing out some numbers today. By November. I better come to you because you had your thoughts about the last one. Your thoughts on this one?
It's a tough stretch. I'm not 100% sold on Jaden Daniels as an NFL quarterback like some people on this panel, but I could be wrong. I'm wrong many, many times. I've been married for 24 years. Ask my wife. This one, I was totally torn on what prop to use. I'm hearing Magic Johnson wants to get rid of the Commanders' name. I was going to pick that as a prop, but I'm going with the Commanders to win exactly 6 wins at 4-1 because I already talked about the Commanders are going to be one of those teams I'm looking to middle a lot on future plays. 6 wins plus 400 is a great spot. I've already talked about their bye week being late, having 4 games against the Saints, Eagles, Falcons, and Dallas. Who knows what that Dallas team is going to be like at the last game of the season. So I like this exact 6 wins at 4-1 because, again, they're going to be one of my big teams I'm looking for probably fading or going against to try to middle some of my futures.
And what makes this such a smart play is that if the under comes in, you're already cashing that. So this is a chance to have plus money and cash a specific So you can double up. I like it. Very smart, Raphael, per the use. Did you have something, Soupy?
Yeah, as I said in the with the Giants, the Commanders, they're playing a lot of teams with great pass rushing, top quarterback pressure percentage teams, including the Titans, who were the top last year. Everybody in the AFC North was top 10. They're also playing the Bears, who I believe were like 11th or 12th. So a lot of teams are going to be able to get through that weak offensive line. So Jane Daniels is going to be on the run a lot this year.
And that played into which take?
My over 550 rushing yards. But just look for that a lot this year.
Oh, you didn't get it in the first time, so we
Yeah.
got it in the second time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can I add one in?
Oh, of course you can. I mean, we're all
Can
doing
anyone,
it. Let's go.
Here's a trivia question. Can anyone name the offensive coordinator brand new for the Washington Commanders?
Well, I know it's not Eric Bieniemy because I was smart and I told you it would never work, and it didn't work.
The Cardinals former Cardinals head coach. I can't think of his name right now.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff
Kingsbury. He's in Washington now? I didn't even know that. Wow. Interesting. Wow, they're going to be throwing it a lot. He'll say throwing it a lot. See, that's a nugget I can sink my teeth into. See? Super, you can learn something from AB. You know what I mean? You can learn something from AB. Look over there. Bottom right corner. Just sitting there waiting to give us another cash ticket. Charles, where are we going?
Yeah, I'm going to, my man, Jaden Daniels, over 17.5 touchdowns. Kingsbury as well is going to be throwing, but I think they're going to set him up for success. Plus, he has some weapons, Scary Terry, Dotson, Little McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, the two-headed backfield, Zach Ertz as well. So, basically, we only need him to throw about a touchdown a game as well. Plus, I think they're going to have short fields with this defense. So, yeah, give me the over 17.5 touchdowns, Jaden Daniels.
Kevin Wall says, gonna have to bank 10 grand to play all these prop bets at the end of 24 days of football. AB, go.
Apologies for interrupting, but I think that this one is important. Okay, the number one thing that is most frustrating with playing and we're not saying play every one of these every day, pick and choose the ones that you like. But the most frustrating thing about playing futures, all right, is that your money's tied up and you look at it in your book over and over and over, and it'll just frustrate you, even if nothing's happening, right? It's just there. So a really good idea is that if you're going to start these futures, what you do is you sign up for a brand new book, use that, promo code, like everything they're going to give, and you use that book only for futures so that your normal standard book, it's not appearing and staring at you in the face every single day. It's almost like a checking account in this other book where you just use it for futures. So if that's something that frustrates you, because it did me too, that's how you alleviate that.
It is the most frustrating thing about betting futures, period, full stop, not close. And by the way, DraftKings has a little $5 sign up. You get $150. I know that because I did the promo for the PFL on ESPN last week, and we cashed almost every pick from Ian Parker. So DraftKings will have you taken care of. Now, I do need to talk with them privately because we've got to take care of the people after you sign up. That's what the books don't do. We're going to do that right here at DTL. All right, Giants and Commanders, you are in the books tomorrow. Let me check my notes. Oh, it's a banger of a day. We go to the NFC North. It's the Packers. It's the Lions. We break them down live tomorrow right here on DTL. But as many of you know, if you're not here at the top of the show, shame on you. But we got everybody covered. Everybody has a schedule. So the Whip Around is brought to you right here, right now by Reagan, the movie.
Welcome to your life.
There's nothing a retired governor can do, but a president, now he can do a thing or two.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
All right, who's going to go the yard today? As AB said, it's going to be the wild, wild west out there. So here are our choices. Aaron Judge. His number dipped below plus 200. That's how hot he has been all season. Then Austin Riley of the Braves. Brent Rooker of the A's. Got to have that to help out Raphael and the over in that game. Anthony Santander, that I think announcers say his name because it just sounds cool. And then our man Bobby Witt Jr. plus 550. So, Charles, where are we going today?
I'm going back with old Bobby Witt Jr. plus 550. I expect runs in that one. I kept expecting him to get us one last night. So yeah, biggest number on the card. Show purposes, Bobby Witt Jr. plus 550.
I talked to Mama and Papa Coach, who live just about an hour away from the stadium. It is still very hot in the Midwest. So 14 runs last night. I think it sails to the over tonight. I like that play. AB, coming to you. Who's going to go to the yard today?
Give me old Austin, AJ Styles, Riley. They sound exactly alike. They're both heavily from Georgia. Old Skull Can himself. Austin Riley, go get him one today.
My man Tony agrees with Charles. Soupy, where are you headed?
Well, I got to back my Orioles play, so give me Anthony Santander.
What did you just say?
What's
his name?
Anthony Santander. It's not, is it?
It is not.
He just pronounced it.
I literally just said his name 30 seconds ago.
I'm just going to
so
go to
funny.
sleep.
Look, Soupy gets the 15 seconds tomorrow.
Yeah, give me the 15 seconds tomorrow. All right. Raphael, where are we going? Oh, no.
I'm taking Aaron Judge plus 175. I was laughing and I muted my mic because I didn't want to laugh on the air. It was my bad. Oh, it's a horrible show. I get a complete F on this show today. A complete F. But I'm taking Aaron Judge plus 175 because he has Tiger Woods odds for the home run odds. I have never seen a less than 2-1. And I think it's 2 straight weeks Aaron Judge has been on here. He's less than 2-1. He's got Tiger Woods odds. I'm taking Judge. I'm leaving. Thanks.
You guys are killing me. By the way, AB, did you see what Robbie just wrote in the chat? He wrote Kachuk with an exclamation point.
That's good. That's really good.
Oh, Super, you're catching all the strays today from the chat.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh, if you guys watched that show, we had some struggles getting through that NHL pick. Kachuk, if you know, you know. All right. So this is the time of the show that we attempt to get through every single pick in 10 seconds or less with one single solitary nugget. Charles, you got 2 plays, Champions League qualifying. Let's start there.
RB Salzburg and Twente over 2.75 full-time goals. I could definitely see a 2-2 type final score here. And then Midtjylland, Ferencváros, both teams to score 1-1 at worst, 2-1 either way in this one.
All right, Raphael, coming over to you. Let's go.
I'm keeping this quick because Zaz says I suck right now. So Olympic basketball, Brazil, team total under 78.5. Olympic soccer, ladies, Germany, USA, over 8.5 corners, minus 130. And the A's minus 1.5 on the run line, plus 110 because the White Sox suck. Not as bad as I do, but the White Sox still suck.
Super, you're up, big boy.
5-star chef, 0-star pitcher Chris Bassett allowed 5 earned against the Orioles last time. Orioles get to that number again, over 4.5 team total. And Framber Valdez, 12.60 ERA in Globe Life. Tyler Mahle, 303 average against the Astros. Hit that over 8.5.
AB, bring us home.
2 games of Major League Baseball. Phillies Dodgers over 8.5 at plus 100, and the White Sox A's over 8.5. We're all Team White Sox. Let's go, Southsiders. All right, we're pulling for you. They lost 21 straight, getting close to the MLB record, but we talked about the pitching matchup in that one, Coach. And look, I'm already getting to work on it right here, okay? There are going to be home runs. All right, we're just already measuring it because that pitching matchup stinks for both teams. It's going to be a barn burner.
9:40 p.m. Eastern time tonight is when the first pitch happens for all of us to be involved. I feel like throughout the day we need to come up with some contest, something.
I've got
because
one.
this feels too big. Talk to me.
All right, what do we want to pull for? Do we want to pull for the over? Is it like
The over.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. If everybody in the chat writes coach right now, this will get you in, okay? If the over doesn't hit, 2 people will win a merch prize, and we'll announce the winners tomorrow.
I like
Just
it.
right, Coach.
I like it. Courtesy Factor Meals. We like them a lot. So Factor
that's
Meals is
arriving today.
they're gonna pay for the merch tonight.
Yeah.
Actually, they already did. What am I saying? Calls.
In fact, the meals are arriving today.
Today?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the question is, do you have an oven or a way to prepare them and then have them right on the show hot, or how are we going to do that?
Yeah. No, I got it all handled. Don't worry about it. We'll talk after the show, but yeah, we're
What
good.
am I thinking? I'm questioning AB on food preparation.
I'll
What am I talking about?
light a fire. I'll light a fire out in the front yard, get some tires going. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if there was an air fryer right next to him right now.
Oh my God, Soupy, you're so right. If he pulled a turkey out of the air fryer right now, I'm retiring. I literally would fall over, and because when he brought out the Little Caesars pizza, I was about
That was
done.
classic.
That was great.
Classic of all the things. You had a Little Caesars pizza. Oh my God. A lot of people want that merch, AB. A lot of people typing in coach in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, this fall is going to be so much fun. You guys have no idea how much we love doing this every single day. You have no idea. Soupy, real quick, if you want to, where can we find all your stuff, sir?
Bettingpros.com, fantasypros.com, and Trust the Beard merch on drivingtheline.com.
You got to sign that contract, big boy. You got to sign that contract, but you will. Liddy says,
I'm holding out for more money. I need a bigger percentage.
yeah, so do I.
Well,
That's
it's been fun, bud. No.
Yeah. It's become an epidemic at this show. That's all right.
Now, here's a better condition. I'll actually start saying names right, and I want a bigger percentage. There you go.
Interesting.
Let's start with the names.
Okay.
There you go. Do not forget, follow all my guys on social media. They're always dropping knowledge throughout the day. This is a 24/7 operation. We never stop, and you guys don't either. Gentlemen, thank you all very much. It's time to wrap things up with the closing bell. All right, AB, Howie Schwab is overlooking the play of the day at the Olympics. Where's the crew going?
The crew is going with Brazil, plus 26. And here's the thing. It's not anti-patriotic. Team USA just doesn't really cover. We found that out this weekend because we covered the first half over, and then Team USA for the last 5 minutes of the game sat on the ball. They're not the same as, the dream team style of just hammer teams. Steve Kerr sits on it. He'll just run the clock out. So they're going Brazil plus 26. Yeah, not a bad play.
One other play that I want to throw out, because DG talked about it in the chat, all kidding aside. And I heard this morning, I had ESPN on, and they had a soundbite, AB, from Steph Curry. And he was talking about the team and how they played as a team. And he goes, all we care about is winning. And that's why they have, I think it's 10 players. Nobody's at, here's what it was. No player's averaging more than 21 minutes a game. And he says, we don't care. We just want to win. And his number's 12.5. And he hasn't gone over that in even one game so far in the Olympics. I think I might play that on the side today. What do you think?
Yeah, and especially what you guys were talking about earlier today, that their focus that they said was on defense.
Yes.
There you go, right?
Yes.
Just generally a lower scoring game. Yeah.
I still think that's 78.5. That's low.
Yeah,
but I can't question Raphael on that. He's our guy. AB, what a good show today, huh? Wasn't that fun? Very fun? Oh my gosh. All right. Have a good day. I will talk with you later. As always, producer man, thank you very much for the one shot. Do not forget today at 3 p.m. Eastern time, the last DTL golf show of the regular season. And then we're also adding that as part of our new podcast program starting in the first of the year. So we're really ramping up. Again, August 20th, Tuesday, August 20th, we launch DTL, the podcast. It'll be a separate 20 to 30-minute show every single day, and we'll tell you where you can get it. And literally we'll be all over the world, global. We're going worldwide, baby, because we already know we're in Australia. So with all that being said, it's now time for you to go out into the world. For you to pay it forward, be kind to one another, be honest with each other. That's the only way that this thing can work. And understand this, there is only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire crew, Lobo, my man from the Dirty Charles, Best beard in the game, Soupy. My numbers guy, Raphael. My 5-tool player and partner, AB. And never forget about producer man. Always behind the scenes, making the show look like $1 million. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. Have a great day. Stay positive. Laugh. That's what life's all about right here from Driving the Line. Good luck.